Hey guys, Mark here. In this video, I'm going to be going over the best ways for you to make money in 2025. I'm going to be ranking these based off how easy they are to start up, how much money you can make, and how much freedom they can provide you with after you have it started up. So first up on the list, we have YouTube automation. This is when you build up a YouTube channel from scratch and pay somebody to make the videos for you. And once you have a lot of views coming in, you can just kind of sit back and get the AdSense, the money that YouTube pays you for every view that you get. Now, to me, this is something that is highly competitive. And it's typically just very over dramatized, meaning it sounds so amazing. You could just sit back and then YouTube pays you based off all the views. Well, yeah, but you have to make really good videos. And if you're just outsourcing it to some guy on Fiverr without any really intent behind the videos that you're creating and trying to create real value in the market, I think it's not a very good business model to start. And so for that reason, we're gonna put YouTube automation at the D tier. Next up on the list is trading crypto. And I wanna be very clear here. I'm actually gonna put this in the S tier. Now, the reason why is because trading crypto is something that can make you a lot of money if you have some reasonable money to work with in the first place. Let's be real. If you're buying meme coins or Solana shit coins, you're really just playing the game of speculation. I'm not gonna lie, it can make you a lot of freaking money. However, this is the way that you need to view making money online. You should have active income and you should have investment income. And I think that crypto, especially right now, is one of the best pathways for you to have that investment income. And so I'm going to go into a little bit more depth behind what I believe the best active income business model is. But in terms of investment income, I think crypto, especially right now, is one of the best ways that you can multiply your money. So you should have one thing that makes you money and one thing that multiplies your money. I think crypto is one of the best things right now for you to actually multiply the wealth that you create in the first place. Next up on the list, we have traditional Shopify dropshipping. This is where you're finding cheap products on AliExpress, throwing up a basic Shopify general store, and then trying to run some Facebook ads or some TikTok ads to make some money. Now, this used to be a really great way of making money online. The problem is it's not sustainable, right? You have to learn a lot of skills. Number one, you have to learn how to write copy, how to run ads, how to find products, how to build landing pages. That's a lot of skills that you have to learn, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that there's no longevity, right? You don't really have any moat when you're running a traditional dropshipping store. Anybody can come and see your product and then immediately steal it for themselves and just destroy your business overnight. That's not sustainable. And that's a really risky way to have income coming into your life because it can be gone in an instant. And so for that reason, traditional Shopify dropshipping is going to be a C tier way of making money online. Next up, we have branded dropshipping. And as you can see, my face is right there on it because if you do a simple search for branded dropshipping, at some point you'll probably come across my face. Now, the difference between branded dropshipping and traditional dropshipping is branded dropshipping, you actually do create that moat, right? You can use it to still fulfill your products from very low cost suppliers, and then you don't have to touch the products, you don't have to store them. However, you're also building a long-term brand. So I think the best way to view dropshipping is the branded dropshipping way, which is that you use dropshipping just to validate that a product is successful, and then you build a real brand, something that competitors can't come and just steal your product because you're running multi-channel advertising, because you're running branded products that you can't find on AliExpress. And so you actually have a competitive advantage. Nobody can come and steal your shit. It's just your business. And I think this is one of the best skills long-term that you can really learn. You'll notice a lot of things on this list that I'm going to show you. You're always a slave to something. So for example, when I'm going to show SMMA in a second, you're working for all these clients and you're still trading time for money. I don't want to be a slave to anything. When you're running your own e-commerce business, nobody can tell you what to do. You're not a slave to anybody. It's just you and your customers. And as long as you know how to do marketing very well, then you can make a lot of money with branded dropshipping. And so for that reason, we're going to put this beautiful face right up here in the S tier. Next up, we have SMMA, which means you're starting a social media marketing agency. This is basically where you go to businesses and you say, hey, I'll actually run your marketing services for you and you'll pay me a retainer every time that I do that. And the problem with this is actually, partially due to this guy right here. It's extremely competitive. I remember back when I initially got into this whole space back in 2017, 2018, there were gurus like Ty Lopez that were telling people how to start an online marketing agency. And since then, it's only gotten more and more competitive. And typically, I have the philosophy of like, if it's competitive, then there's a lot of money to be made, which is true, but you also have to be really skilled. At this point, I have so many DMs coming to me every single day with people trying to sell me their services, and people are very resistant to that at this point. And even aside from that, going from 0 to 10K a month in an agency, it's not exceptionally hard, but I can tell you this, I would never want to have my life and my decisions run by other people. I am in charge of getting these guys results, and they get all the glory. they get all the value in the world, whereas it was really me that was driving all the results for them. So I'm doing all the work and I get none of the credit. So for that reason, I don't think that SMMA is a good long-term business model to start. However, you can get to 5K, 10K a month, as long as you're not terrible at actually acquiring clients for yourself. And so for that reason, we're going to put SMMA in the C tier. Next up on the list, we have affiliate marketing. All affiliate marketing means is you are doing the marketing for other companies, and every time you sell one of their products, they pay you a commission for it. And so I have the ClickBank logo here, which ClickBank is one of the largest affiliate marketplaces in the world. And I think affiliate marketing is actually the perfect business model long-term because you have none of the risk of the business. All you have to do is get sales for them. But the thing about that is it's also a double-edged sword because you're not getting the full profit, right? They're still fully in control. And the problem with that is that you have to compete on things that are very, very small needle movers. For example, you can't change the product that you're trying to sell. You just have the business that you're working with, and the only other option for you is to find another business and market their product. So ultimately, you're still building somebody else's business. And for me, for whatever reason, I just have a big problem with that. If I'm building a business, I want it to be mine. The other side of that is with affiliate marketing, you have to compete very, very heavily on media buying, creatives, and copy. And let's be real, those things are hard to crack. I'm just gonna say, it takes a lot of time, a lot of trial and error to get really, really good at making creatives at a high level, competing on media buying, very, very difficult things to do. And so for that reason, I'm gonna put affiliate marketing at the C tier column. Next up on the list, we have copywriting. And if you don't know who this gentleman is right here, then you need to do your research on copywriting. This is Gary Halbert, one of the greatest copywriters of all time. And I super duper geek out about copy all the time. So I have a special relationship with copy. I love it. I really enjoy writing. However, same issue as SMMA. At the end of the day, copywriting is you going to business owners and saying, hey, I'll write your emails, I'll write your sales letters, I'll write your VSLs, your ads. In exchange, you'll pay me a retainer or a commission every time I make a sale. Again, you're building somebody else's business here. The whole purpose for me, and probably for you watching this right now, the way you want to make money is so that you can provide freedom for yourself. It's not always about money. Of course, yes, you want to make money, but ultimately, you also want to be in control of your time. And when you become a copywriter, you're still exchanging your time for money, albeit at a higher level. Maybe you're making more money, but you're still trading your time for money. And so I think copywriting is a great way for you to make, 2K, 5K, 10K a month. But again, I'm really, really after freedom and independence. And so for that reason, copywriting drops a few scales. And I'm actually going to put copywriting as a way to make money online as a B tier. Next up on the list, we have becoming a UGC creator and promoting other people's products, specifically on TikTok Shop. Now, look, I'm gonna be real with you. I have creators on retainer in my own business that I pay thousands of dollars per month. I have no problem doing it because they make me a lot of money. However, the problem with becoming a UGC creator, number one, is typically you have to put your face out there. Not everybody wants to do that. For me, I'm very introverted. In fact, just getting in front of this camera right now is outside of my comfort zone, but that's also exactly why I do it. So if you're not comfortable with having your face everywhere, it's not necessarily the best platform for you. However, the cool thing about becoming a UGC creator is that TikTok Shop is one of the greatest opportunities out there on planet Earth. We're still relatively early to TikTok Shop. I know it's been around for over a year. However, it's just gaining so much traction, and I don't see these social media companies moving away from running TikTok Shop and promoting shopping within their platform. So even if TikTok goes down within the United States, I still think that Instagram and Facebook are going to adapt and have their own shopping platform. So even if TikTok disappears, I don't see this going anywhere. But again, you're still exchanging time for money, which again, for me is a problem. And you're not even running a business at the end of the day. So you're building a pretty low level skill set. It's good to be able to sell on camera. However, you're doing it for another business. And so for that reason, because TikTok Shop is such a great opportunity, this is actually going to be an A tier way to make money online in 2025. Next up on the list, we have print on demand. All print on demand means is you're basically drop shipping, but you're drop shipping products where you put something specific on the product that you're selling. So for example, if you're selling like a mug, you're sending people the mug with a specific picture, like a meme or something on it. Or if you're selling a t-shirt with a specific logo, that is what print on demand is. Now, the pros of print on demand is very similar to dropshipping. It's very cost efficient for you to start up. And the problem that I personally have with print on demand, if anything, it's just going to be that print on demand, typically, it's very, very hard for you to differentiate yourself. It's kind of like if you were to go and start a clothing brand, I would personally never recommend anybody starts a clothing brand right now unless you're an extremely talented marketer, because you have to stand out and create an audience to a level that is really, really difficult for an average person. I'm just being honest with you. And so the same, I believe, is true with print on demand. Like, it's very difficult to differentiate yourself. The margins are okay, but again, that differentiation factor, unless you're extremely creative and maybe a little bit experienced in marketing and brand marketing, then it could be a good fit. But for most people, especially for beginners, I wouldn't recommend it. And so for that reason, we're going to put print on demand over here as a B tier way to make money in 2025. Next up on the list, we have Forex trading. Forex stands for foreign exchange. It means you're trading the foreign exchange markets across the world with the different currencies. Now, this kind of goes back to my original point about investment income versus active income. Personally, if I were to choose an investment income vehicle, I would want it to be crypto just because of macroeconomically where we are and where I believe the world is going in the future. If you don't believe that, that's fine. That's just what I believe. But I think that if you were to compare the two, I would always choose crypto over Forex, just my personal opinion. But I know a lot of guys, especially that live in Miami, actually, they do make a ridiculous amount of money doing Forex trading, and to them, all power to them. But for a beginner, and if you want to create something that is lasting long-term, I really think building a business is the way to go. Because for me, I personally like having control over the assets that I own. And so that's why starting a business, if something goes wrong, it's 100% your fault. Whereas with Forex trading, there's so many variables that are outside of your control. So many things going on in the economy with the various global factors affecting the prices of each Forex trade. There's a lot of stuff that is outside of your control. And for me, I don't want my income to be something that's outside of my control. And so for that reason, Forex trading is actually going to be in the D tier column. Next up on the list, we have Amazon FBA. FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. And all FBA means is that you basically buy stock upfront and you go and send it to a warehouse, and Amazon fulfills the products for you. So you can actually sell products on Amazon that you purchase, and you can make great money with Amazon FBA. But here's my problem. Number one is control. So Amazon is shifting in the same direction that a lot of large tech companies are, which means that they're significantly increasing the restrictions and regulations for sellers on Amazon. I have friends that I know personally that have been banned from Amazon. They're running like real brands doing hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. And just like that, their entire business is gone. And to me, that freaks me out. That would be the last thing that I would ever want, is to have my business that I've worked so hard to build being controlled by Jeff Bezos or whoever is taking down, the listings, of course. The margins can be okay, but putting the control in the hands of somebody else that I don't necessarily trust is not something that I'm on board for. So we're actually going to put Amazon FBA at the B tier. Next up on the list, we have building an online community through a platform like School. So basically what you do here is you're actually selling people into a community that is sold as an MRR community, which stands for monthly recurring revenue. And so the whole premise of building a community is that you're getting income coming in every single month. And on the surface, it sounds like a fantastic idea. Like, who doesn't want income coming in not just once, but every single month on the same day at the same time? It sounds pretty great, right? Well, here's the problem. There's a little thing in the subscription business called churn, which means that just because somebody pays once for a recurring community does not mean that they're going to come back and pay month after month after month. Typically, churn can be as high as like 30%, which means you don't actually build a customer that's paying you every single month. Every time you acquire a customer, they're only staying for about 70% of the time. Like every single month, 30% of your customers are leaving. And of course, if you have like a better personality and you have a brand that you're really proud of, you can lower the churn. There's always things to do there. But I think that this idea of like building communities, like the best way to make money online, I just think it's really personally overhyped. I think that it's something that you should add to your business after you have a good substantial group of customers already, because building it from zero, I mean, how do you have a community of people when there's 4 people in the group, right? It's pretty difficult to do. And so for beginners, it's probably not the best way to get started. But if you already have like a business that is only getting one-time customers and you add on the community element, that is really powerful. But of course, that's not super beginner friendly. So for that reason, we're going to put building an online community in the A tier column. Next up on the list, we have selling digital products. And here the logo is, of course, ClickFunnels, which is one of the largest softwares for building funnels that sell digital products. It's what all the biggest guys typically use. And on the surface, digital products basically sounds like dropshipping, but on steroids. It sounds really, really great because your margins are going to be significantly higher. But here's the thing that most people don't understand about selling digital products. When you sell a physical product, there is intrinsic value in the physical product because there's something physical. You can hold it in your hand and there's value to that. Your job, if you're selling digital products, is you have to convince random strangers on the internet that what you're holding in your hand isn't actually real. There's nothing. It's air. You're selling air. You're selling information, right? Now, the thing about this is it works great in theory, but your job is to convince random strangers on the internet that your thing that is basically nothing is actually worth something. So compare it to dropshipping, where you have a physical product that has physical value. Digital products, there's no intrinsic value. You have to build that up in your copy, in your funnel, in your positioning, in your ads, in your creatives. Once again, you have to learn a lot of skills. And so if you compare like marketing for a digital product versus e-commerce is typically easier because there's intrinsic value. And digital products are amazing if you're a good marketer, because you are naturally just going to have higher margins because there's no cost for you to buy the product and fulfill the product. So I'm actually going to put digital products as an A tier for that reason. And the final one that we have on the list here is going to be remote closing or remote setting or just remote sales in general. So remote sales is basically where you become a sales rep, either somebody who actually collects the payment, which would be a closer, or somebody who sets an appointment for the closer, who of course collects the payment. The cool thing about this is that you can still work from anywhere in the world. You can talk to really interesting people. However, we run into a problem. You're still exchanging your time for money. You don't really have true time freedom. You may have financial freedom, but you don't necessarily have time freedom. You still have to show up to your calls every single day at the right time with the right, attitude and mindset, or else you're not going to make any money. And for me, I like to build a business that works even when I'm not working, right? I think that's the whole power of using the internet to your advantage, is you can make money while you're sleeping. Now, technically, that's kind of true with closing if you have a payment coming in with your sleeping, but for the most part, if you're not working, if you're not talking to people on the phone, you're not making money. And the final thing I'll say about remote closing is that you still run into the same problem of control, right? You're still a slave to the offer owner or the entrepreneur that's actually running the business. You may not be employed by them like you're a W-2 employee. Typically, most closers and setters are 1099. However, if that particular CEO or entrepreneur doesn't like you, or you're not bringing the right energy to the calls or to your meetings, you're not going to be an employee there anymore. You're not going to be working for that offer. And so again, you're putting the control outside of yourself. And so for me, I have a big problem with that. I want to build a business that actually has a lot of freedom for me, where I'm not exchanging time for money. I'm building an asset that is just feeding me income and that I could even potentially sell down the line. And so for that reason, we're going to put remote closing and remote sales in the B tier. So I've said this many times, but everything on this list actually works. There's nothing on this list that hasn't worked for somebody at some point in time. It all comes down to what you personally value. And for me, I really value financial freedom, time freedom, and having a business that actually works for me so that I can fuel that cash flow into an investing asset like crypto. And that's why I believe that branded dropshipping or just building an e-commerce business period is one of the best ways for you to make money online. Because look, I'll be real, it's actually more difficult to start up to get from like 0 to 10K a month than most of the other stuff on this list. However, once you get to that point, you have so much more leverage. You have so much more leverage over your income and over your time, and you're building something long-term. That's really the mindset that I have, because I believe that the longer time frames that you're thinking in, the more money you're inevitably going to make. And so if you're interested in like starting your own e-commerce business and you want somebody to just hold your hand through the whole process, start to finish, you can click the first link in the description and apply for Brand Builders Academy. It's my mentorship program that I own with Alex Fedotoff. So if you're interested in that, click the first link in the description. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you legends in the next one. Peace.